Okay, just got an email from Doug about one of his clients who's now been working with our agency for 1 month. They're actually in a recovery program we've created to help restaurants come out of the COVID closures and start getting back to normal. Let's check it out. Okay, so this is a text message the client sent to Doug. This is their sales for the month of June, $90,455. Down here, we made it. This was their first time they had hit $90,000 for sales for their month. $90,000 in June. This is June 2020. This is basically coming out of COVID. A lot of these restaurants in this city are open about 33 to 50%. And then you've got, that's last year, 17.8% over last June. June was normal last year, not normal this year. And of course he's got on here, heck yeah, congrats, go celebrate, will do. Thanks for helping us get there. So let's talk about what we did for him. So this screen over here talks about what we hope to help restaurants do. Spend their time and money to build a database, because the number one thing your business can have outside of COVID, during COVID, all the time, is a database of people who know, like, and trust you. And if you communicate with that database correctly, they'll help you, grow your business. And in this case, 90,000. As you'll see, our trackable impact was really small. But the reach, the frequency, everything we got in front of people helped drive that sales. But our goal is, how do we take advertising dollars and advertising efforts, because there are efforts that don't have dollars attached to them, and how do we build a database? How do we use that effort to build a database and then use that database to drive sales? Because what most businesses do is they buy a Facebook post, they buy a radio commercial, a billboard, a direct mail piece, and the only goal of it is to get people to come in and spend money. Well, if you keep doing that over and over, you have to keep paying the piper. You're constantly paying to acquire the same people. I want to spend time and money to acquire the people once and then use our program to drive them back in. So let's go ahead and look and see what we did. This is the post. Pretty simple. It's a buy one, get one free offer. It's got a great visual. You can see down here, 139 comments, 26 shares. There's actually a few other posts like this that have a link. So we don't have to have comments, we get shares. But you can see down here, these comments are just gold mines. I love the acai bowl with bananas, blueberries, strawberries, mango, sometimes in honey with cinnamon, granola, just yumminess. You can see all sorts of great stuff down here. There's just many more comments. But this is the great part, because you think about it. Let's say you're a consumer that's never been to this Frutta Bowls. You don't know what it's all about. And you see one of your friends not just say, hey, I like this, but say something that detailed. Say, the Frutta Bowl is my fave with cocoa nibs instead of coconut. Oh, and of course, I'm not even sure what that is, broccolado toast. So they're giving amazing testimonials. So what's happening here is, number one, we're putting a message out in front of an audience that loves your product. Our goal is to get your current customers to engage the most. If they engage the most, it spreads it virally across their timeline. It then gives a testimonial, a very deep testimonial. It also gives Facebook and Instagram the feedback they need to help the algorithm get going. So let's look at the next step of this. So let's look at the back end. This is the reach. I'm not going to go look at, there's a million things we can look at, engagements, all that good stuff, but you just saw the engagement. But you can see the reach. Now this dark orange is paid. So yes, it outperformed. But this light orange is organic. And you can see they had a couple little humps throughout here, but then you can see the humps are more often and a little bigger with organic. That's the easy part. Now let's talk about actual results, because there's a couple things I love about what we do that is directly attributed to the engagement. But also there are those ancillary things, because impressions and reach and engagements matter. But if you look at this, this is our dashboard. And I'm going to show you the bottom part. 55,000 impressions in 1 month. This client has been live with us for 1 month. 55,000 impressions. That might be 2,000 people, 3,000, 4,000. It doesn't matter. That's a lot of times that people who know, like, and trust your brand, or friends of people that do, or people that should know, like, and trust your brand, that had an impression. 1,696 engagements, which led to 893 people saying, hey, here's my information. You're going to see what information below. 12% within a month walked in and spent $2,048. Now, the big thing I always hammer our clients on is we're not only looking at this $2,048, because that's what happens is people say, hey, how much did I spend? Oh, which, by the way, that's right here. They spent $203 on Facebook ads. $203 to get $2,000. So a 10-to-1 ROI right there. What we're looking at is this annual impact down here. We know that if we get somebody's name, email address, cell phone number, we get their engagement, we can retarget them many different ways. The value of this customer isn't the $2,000 in sales. The value is the sales down the road. That if I get this customer's information in the Frutta Bowls database for this location, they're not just going to come in once and be gone. If you have a good product, a good atmosphere, and you treat people right, they're going to come back over and over. So the value is that annual impact that, you know what? This is based on getting these 111 people back 6 more times a year at that average check of $18.49. That's $12,000 in sales from a $200 ad spend. Now let's just say that maybe Matt had one too many Red Bulls or coffees today, which is completely possible. It was a giant coffee. And let's just say that that's half off. So $6,000 in sales. Take it any day of the week. The cool part is acquisition cost. Is this client knows, okay, I want to add 100 more clients next month. You spend $1.83 to get somebody to walk in your restaurant. They engage in your ad, they opt into your program, they walk in your restaurant and spend $18.45. Cost you $1.83. I want 100 more people, spend 100 times $1.83, and you're going to get 100 more people. And that's the concept, is how can we predictably grow the business on the front end, and then more importantly down the road. But here's something that's really cool. This is some information we've gotten from these people. So if I come down here, you'll see the DNA as maybe programs they're not running. They're not running our birthday program, not running our Wi-Fi program, not running our punch card. But right here, what they are running is our review and our customer survey. So of the customers that have redeemed, about 30% have told us more information right now. We'll get more of them as we keep going, but 30% have told us information. And you can see down here, only one of these people is a new customer. You might say, well, look, Matt, you just rewarded 17 other frequent customers with something that they probably were already going to get. There's a possibility, but you're going to see the value of that. And you've already seen it because they had their best month ever. It's not a coincidence. 71% of the people that got this on the first month are current customers. 25% or 6 people said they were lost. Now, if you extrapolate this out, this is going to live true with everybody. So that's actually of the 111, 25%, about 25 of them are not frequent customers. They were lost. And you're going to have a little new, and you can see the sales. But the cool part is if you go to the screen over here, what I'm going to show you, this is what a lot of people fail to do. The 3 main ways to grow your business are new customers, repeat customers, and increase your average check size. Now, the only way to get repeat customers systematically is to have the information of the people that you want to repeat. So those 71% people that say, hey, I'm a frequent customer, well, guess what? Before, this Frutta Bowls didn't know who they were. They might have known Tom that drives the blue Honda Accord, or this guy drives the Mercedes. That's Sheila. She comes in with her kids after soccer. They don't have a way to reach back out to them. Now they systematically do. That's how you grow your business long term, by having a database of people. But more importantly, we can use that data because we want to find new customers is our long-term goal. New customers, repeat customers, and then get them to buy more stuff, different stuff when they come in. The only way to systematically find new customers is to tell Facebook and Instagram, these are my current customers. And right now, a lot of businesses are running Facebook and Instagram ads, and they're running them blind. They're throwing it against the wall and hoping they're reaching the right people. We're not. We're reaching their customers, and then we're optimizing our campaigns off of those current customers. So now if we go back over to here, customer data. Of these 892 people that opted in, we have their email. That's what signifies an opt-in. 879 of them gave us their birthday, and 799 gave us a cell phone number. So probably 90% gave us a phone number. Almost all of them gave us a birthday. Now we've got a birthday club queued up that we can say, hey, here's your birthday gift. And then reviews. We found out, hey, how was your experience? 54 said good, and 4 or 5 stars good. 2 of them said bad, 4.7 rating. We're able to notify the client that you had a couple bad ratings. We need to fix those. But more than anything, we know that we're getting the right people in and they're getting the right experience. That's what's going to make this annual impact stick out. Now let me show you the final piece to the puzzle. The negative with marketing is, like I said, you don't know your customers. You don't know that Matt Plapp is the customer. Now let's just imagine you do know Matt Plapp and you have my email address. Now, you have one point of contact. In this case, we can retarget them on Facebook and Instagram based on their action on the page. We can retarget them in Messenger. We can retarget them with email and text. We have 4 touch points. But more importantly, once we get people to come into the system, we survey them to find out who they are. Here's a good example. This is a young lady. She's a female. We see that when she comes in a restaurant, she comes with her family. We see that she gave a 4-star out of 5. She comes in for lunch and she told us she was a lost customer. So there's an opportunity that you can market a lot of different ways. Instead of just sending an email to everybody. You got a 10,000 person database, all 10,000 get the same email. We send an email to her because she's a customer that didn't come in that often. She's lost. How can we reactivate her more often? Because if she's a frequent customer, that message is going to vary. We also see she comes in for lunch. We find out why. In this system, we know she'll tell us if she lives or works near the business. She probably doesn't come in for dinner because it's maybe a part of her lifestyle. Maybe she works next to the business and doesn't live near the business. So we now know frequency. We know rating. She likes the business. We know who she comes in with. Maybe we send her a family promotion, a 4 smoothie kit. We send her a Kids Eat Free. That is the information you need to market more effectively, to drive more repeat business, to find better customers that look just like your best customers. And at the end of the day, have some trackability and some ROI to your marketing. That's all I got. Let's end with this screenshot again, because that's pretty cool to see a client not only hit a metric they hadn't hit before, but to hit it the month after COVID-19, actually in the middle of COVID, because they're only, I think, around 50% occupancy right now. But to hit it the first month they're working with us, that means a lot, because it shows me that what we're doing is not only driving trackable results, it's driving impressions to the right people and driving visits that are helping them make a difference. That's all we got. If you want to work with us, if you want to just pick my brain, my cell phone number, 859-743-2408. 743-2408, area code 859, in Kentucky. Give me a call. I'll hop on you and just give you some keys. If you're a restaurant, you're like, man, Matt, how do we do this? I'll give you anything you want to know. And then if you want to work with us and have us systematically drive results like this, I'm game. See you later.